We just should know as fathers that, whatever we're doing, however we're doing it, the kids are watching and they taking notes.
What quality, just one quality, if you could think of one, characteristic, what would you suggest is really important for a father to embrace? What kind of characteristic? I'm gonna throw mine out. I think fathers in today's world, they have to be hopeful. They have to have a deep sense of hope in spite of everything that is going on. And Steve, I'm reminded of that conversation that we had just a little while ago with Miss Pat, and she does camp encouragement, I think. But the term hope would come up for me a lot. It is so easy to fall into despair and depression and hopelessness, and you hear the word anxiety thrown out a lot. And so, as a father, I try to continually demonstrate hope. And I think that if a father is going to lead, I think a father in not just the noun, but I think of the verb. I think of father as a verb. To father is to hope, is to really believe that things are going to be and they can be better. So that is the characteristic that I think.
Communication, right? My father wasn't big on communicating with me. As a child, he would beat me and then he would talk to me and say, "All right, you see what happened? You don't want that to happen again? Don't do it again." You feel me? It was real clear cut. I'm now trying to communicate with my children, and I see that level of communication doesn't work. I have to talk to my children. I have to, engage them and move them a little bit more. And I don't know why it is that way, but I think that one thing that I'm super excited for is the fact that my daughters, they talk to me when they got problems, right? They're not hiding them, in their phones and everything like that. And my son comes to me, like, "Yo, Dad, like this ain't working, right? All right, well, let's fix it. Let's address it." You feel me? So I just think communication, like talking, is extremely important, especially nowadays, right? Because the kids, they have YouTube for everything, cell phone for everything. They know about every single thing. Before I'm looking at these kids the other day, I'm like, "How old are y'all?" It's like 11. I'm like, "What are y'all doing?" I wasn't doing that at 11. What the hell's going on? So things are different. So communication and talking and asking questions, I think is important.
So I would say humility. And the reason I would say humility is because if the child doesn't see in the father who might represent the strength of the family, if the child doesn't see any space for the father to make a mistake, recognize that mistake, and apologize for the mistake, if the father's not showing that example, you setting that kid up that could in fact be an abuser because they never saw it, and even when they know they're wrong, they're not going to cop to it. So if humility is not there by the father, it's going to be hard for that child to pick that up along the way, because they would have so many examples of, "I'm the father, do as I say," not, do as I say, not what I do, all of that, boom, boom, boom kind of stuff. So humility.
I don't think any of us ever saw our father cry ever in his life. I suppose he did, behind closed doors at some points in time. But I guess he probably felt his role was to be, a pillar of strength, and not show emotion. And I think it would be better, and that's not one of the things I've tried to follow, but I think you do have to show strength as a parent and as a father, but you also have to show humanity at the same time, so that your kids can see both are good, and you can combine the two. So I don't know what's the word you put on that, but I just think strong and soft at the same time. And I know those aren't very academic words, but maybe one of you can help me put a word to that.